What's in a name? The price of a bag, the weight of your worth. Send Me Radio. Faith, truth, and identity. Imagine this: a luxury handbag, sleek and shimmering under boutique lights, carries a $5,000 price tag. But behind closed doors, it was manufactured overseas for under $50, stitched by hands you'll never see, in a country whose name never appears on the label. The difference in price? The brand. The exposure of luxury brands selling items at extravagant prices while outsourcing production to low-wage countries isn't just an economic story, it's a spiritual one. It whispers something about how people seek worth. It's not really the bag people want. It's what it represents: status, acceptance, admiration, identity. Somewhere deep inside, many are silently asking, am I enough? So we reach for the label. Because if we carry the name, maybe we will finally feel like we matter. But here's the truth: you already matter. The high price of a low view of self. In this world, brands are powerful because insecurity is profitable. If we don't know who we are, we're more likely to pay to become someone. The sad part? People wear thousands of dollars on their shoulders while carrying the weight of rejection, insecurity, and invisible wounds in their hearts. But God never created you to be measured by material things. The Bible says, "You are precious to me. You are honored, and I love you." Isaiah 43 verse 4, the Living Bible. You don't need a $5,000 handbag to be seen. You don't need a designer logo to feel like a queen. You don't need to buy your worth. You were born with it. Don't allow the world to rob you of what you were born with. It will try, through filters, fashion, and false standards. But your value isn't something you purchase, it's something you possess. The world didn't give it, so the world can't take it away. Are you just wearing it to fit in? Here's the real question. Let me ask it again, and I want you to do some deep thinking. Are you just wearing it to fit in? Because fitting in comes with a price. Realistically, you could get the same identical item for far less. Is it the product, or the illusion that you belong to an exclusive group? Are we seduced not by the quality, but by the illusion of worth that was sold to us with the tag? The money we pour into lifeless gods of iron, wood, and plastic, things that lose value the moment we buy them, and things families have fallen apart over. Some have even lost their lives. Resources that could have been used to pull souls out of bondage have kept them in bondage. When in fact you would have felt far more worthy if you had contributed to educating children who are less fortunate, feeding the hungry, or restore broken families. Instead, we invest in belonging, while lining the pockets of those who already lack nothing. When the pressure reaches the next generation, it doesn't stop with adults. Kids are now being pressured to wear worth. They're bullied if their shoes aren't trending. They're excluded if their hoodies don't cost $200. They're taught to compare labels before they can even spell self-worth. And what's worse? Education and character are being traded for clout. We're watching a generation of children, brilliant, kind, full of God-given gifts, being deceived into thinking that expensive sneakers define who they are. Meanwhile, their minds go unfed, their talents go unnoticed, and their souls go hungry for something real. A good name is more desirable than great riches, Proverbs 22 verse 1. We must teach them that their character is their designer. That God is their brand, and wisdom is their true clothing. Because the world will tell them to chase trends, but God says, clothe yourself in righteousness, and seek me. Who are you without the bag? Strip away the sneakers. Take off the logo. Put down the bag. Now ask, do I still feel worthy? Because God says you are. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16 verse 7. You're already branded by heaven. Jesus didn't die for brands. He didn't bleed for image. He paid for your identity in full, not to make you trendy, but to make you whole. You were never created to be a billboard for the world's insecurity. You were handcrafted to be a vessel of God's glory. So walk like you know that. Talk like you own that. You carry the only name that matters, and his name isn't it's Louis, Bucci, or Rada. It's Child of the Most High. And here's the truth many don't want to admit. When it all adds up, that bag, the shoes, the hoodie, the whatever, it's going to get outdated. The designer won't replace it for free. The trends will change. The applause will fade. But God will heal you if you ask. He will restore you if you're broken. He will forgive you when you've gone astray. Seek him now. The world gives you labels, but God gives you life. Thank you for listening to Send Me Radio. Follow us for more on Facebook, TikTok, and subscribe to us on YouTube. and share this message to encourage someone who may be questioning their worth.